guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I can't believe it's been this long since I've made a video. I chopped my hair off, as you can see. I don't think I've made a video since I cut my hair. I cut it just a little bit back and I kind of enjoy it. It's grown out a little bit actually since I cut it. I cut it probably to about here. Yeah, about there, and it's grown out quite a bit so far. I got it cut about a month ago. I am making this video kind of like as an announcement of kind of where I plan to segue this channel and everything into. And no, it's not into a beauty channel. I know I've done a few of those videos because it's just fun for me. So I'm not saying that every once in a while I may not do some of those videos. I do enjoy beauty and I do enjoy all of that stuff. It's just something I like to do every once in a while. But typically when I'm vlogging, you guys know I stay at home now, so I'm not like all done up and everything, so I feel like you like look at me in that video and you're like, what? She never wears makeup on a vlog. Personally, I don't go out too much. We're kind of inside a lot. Especially because it's just now getting out of winter, we're still in this weird phase of warm then cold and warm then cold. So we tend not to go outside because we don't want to get sick. And every time the weather has a drastic change, like it was just 50 degrees, gosh, like a few days ago, and then it went back down to the 30s, and every time there's like a 20-degree weather change, I always get sick, so I try to stay inside. So I don't get sick, and then Bentley gets sick, and then Brandon gets sick, and it's like a whole domino effect. You guys can literally, it's funny, you can see me filming myself through my glasses. Alright, let's get into the video. First things first, I really want to kind of go over what I plan for the future of the channel and what I plan on doing, as I have not done a lot lately because of said reasoning that I'll get on to later in the video. A lot of my acceptance with what's been happening has kind of overtaken my ability to get on camera and do things, and I've been putting my life and myself first, even though I've never been like 100% consistent. Excuse me, except back when I was pregnant with Bentley, I was very consistent. I haven't been consistent much since then, because I kind of underplayed what it was going to be like to be a mom, and then some of the issues that we've been having go on, how busy it is and how timely it is, and I'm just very much learning time management as we're getting into more of scheduled things as he gets a little bit older. So okay, first, where I plan to kind of take the channel and then kind of our upload schedule. We really want to do daily vlogging, and by daily vlogging I don't necessarily mean vlogging my life every day. I guess then it wouldn't be daily vlogging. Like, I still want to vlog our life, but like every once in a while maybe do like a challenge video in the vlog, so we're not like, if we're doing anything boring that day, a challenge might be fun, or like I'll haul every once in a while when I go buy stuff, and I don't know, like an update on Bentley versus like the vlog of our whole day, because there are days since I stay home with him that we're not out and about all the time. Kind of what I plan to do is daily vlogging Monday through Friday is what I really want to work on right now. I do eventually want to daily vlog, but I think currently right now with what's going on in life, I feel like a good Monday through Friday, which would be filming Sunday through Thursday, is probably going to look very good for us. And if there's any time we need to do like a one take because we're busy one of the days, we can film that day and then I can upload it. And that's what I mean by like those challenge videos or update videos. I can film those like I am filming this right now fairly quickly versus vlogging obviously all day and piecing together clips. So that's kind of where we want to take things, like a Monday through Friday schedule, so that we can kind of get out very consistently, and we can I can start expressing everything. We can do challenge videos, which I find fun, and then memories to look back on, because now that he's a little over 2.5 years old now, and with Bentley being that age, I can look back on that first video. I get to look back and there's a little bit of a clip in there of Bentley when he was little, and even other vlogs that I've done, and looking back on that and seeing our progression in life and his life is an amazing thing that I really enjoy watching and seeing. So this is something I do want to continue, and I love to watch vlogs, other people's vlogs. But yeah, we plan to do that kind of a schedule with just some intermittent, every once in a while, some challenge videos, hauls, updates on Bentley or us, or we are going to be getting married. It's going to be a while. We're paying for our own wedding, so we'll be saving up. So we're probably looking at about 2020, which I know it's like crazy because we've been engaged since 2017, and I never really wanted a long engagement, but life happens, time happens, bad things happen. So 2020 is kind of where we're looking at. I found a place that I really would love to have our wedding, so that's kind of nice, and it gave me an idea of the cost, so that way we can kind of save up and know what we're saving up for, because you should obviously try and book your venue at least like 6 months to a year ahead of time. So that's why I'm shopping around for venues, so we can look up pricings, so we can get however much you need down for a venue and all of that. So we are still getting married. I just wanted to put it out there. We are still living together, and everything's good with that. So let's get on to update number 2. So update number 2, I kind of want to go over, this is kind of with Bentley. As you know, in some of my previous videos, I did mention that we were in the process and doing therapy for him possibly being autistic. On January 26th, his exact it's his half birthday and my dad's birthday, he was diagnosed with autism. I don't want to like get emotional. I'm gonna try not. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get emotional. It's still fresh. I'm not sad that he's autistic, so like don't feel like I'm like, oh my god, he's autistic, the world's over. But so much has changed in just a month, let alone for the rest of his life, the rest of our lives, and our decisions in life are changed greatly because of this. He is still a wonderful little boy. He is 2.5. He's the sweetest boy. We don't have a lot of meltdowns, except occasionally when he's tired or not feeling well, which is like any typical 2-year-olds. And it's just been hard. It's been hard with routes that we now are discussing a lot of therapy, and it just takes a toll on him. And not only him, it takes a toll on Brandon and I. I never expected having to do this. Not that it's like a bad thing. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to like kind of like say where I'm coming from. I've never had experience in any of this. I don't know anybody who's autistic or has known anybody who's autistic from like the beginning. I kind of just knew like in school or somebody that was older. This is like a whole different playing field, and being a parent of somebody who's autistic is a whole different playing field. It hasn't been as hard like recently. It's more the acceptance of what's gonna happen. They now want to do, we're on a waiting list for therapy for 20 hours, well, they said 15 to 20 hours a week. So you're looking at 3 to 4 hours of therapy a day, on top of the 45 minutes we already do 3 days a week. On top of, come August when he's 3, they want to put him in preschool if he qualifies, which would be probably like a 3-hour class. I don't know if it's every day or like a few days a week. But it's a lot that's going to be on his shoulders. And a part of that is breaking my heart, because not only is everything going to be different for him, how he learns, how he takes in information, how he outputs information, like everything is going to be different for him than for somebody else his age. He will be, at least for now, while he still does not speak and understand very much, he has picked up a little bit more. I may do like a whole video more on like an update of what's going on specifically with his autism. I don't want to make this like a 20-minute video. I kind of just wanted to update you guys with a little bit of what's going on and then our plans ahead. But it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different for him. You have to understand, like, right now we do what was called basically kind of like behavioral play therapy. We have someone come to the house. It's 45 minutes. They play with him. They try to input, like, kind of tell us how to input language into his life, like be very repetitive in what we say, use kind of like singular words so he can really catch on. And that's kind of where we're at this time, is really holding eye contact and sharing, just having like shared attention. So him focusing on me while we're doing something and staying focused. That's kind of where we're at currently. So basically they kind of play with him and kind of in a way teach us what to do throughout the weeks to kind of help him along the way. So this other therapy that we are on the waiting list for is the same. So it's like behavioral therapy, but it's at an actual center here in our town. And it would be like 3 hours of the same thing. So what we're already doing, but 3 hours of it in that time span all at once, that we're there and we're doing it. And it's basically like I'm going to school with him 3 hours a day or 4 hours a day, however much they kind of decide to go ahead with. That would really just, I know, take a toll on him, and I know take a toll on kind of all of us. Like, what kid who's 2 years old wants to sit there with somebody in a place that's not his home for 3 to 4 hours to work on this stuff? These are things that need to be done, but these are things that are really going to, I feel like, take a toll on him. And they may not. They may go, well, this is just kind of like my thought process as we're waiting. Like, it can be like 6 months to a year waiting list. So this isn't something that's going to happen necessarily tomorrow. But these are all, I'm a person that always thinks like so much into the future, and I worry so much. But that's kind of like where we're at currently with him. He has officially been diagnosed with autism. They currently said it's a moderate, but they can't really like say where he's at on the scale, because autism is like a scale of mild to severe and so much in between, because he doesn't understand language and he's so young and he does not speak. So that's really what they base where they're at kind of on the scale, or that's a big portion of it. And because he's 2 and he's not even to the judgment level, that's kind of where we're at. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of afraid to tell people at first, like, if I'm sitting here and honestly telling you, and I don't know why, because I'm not ashamed of it. I don't want him to ever be ashamed of it. I want him to embrace it and learn from it and use it to better himself in life. But you can't help but worry, and you can't help but think of the what ifs, and it's all just about managing the what ifs. That way your mind's not running wild. So there's the update on Bentley with what's going on. And the third kind of update I want to do is just on me. Like, I want this to be a family channel, but I mean, it did start out as like, before I even met Brandon, I started filming videos, and when we weren't together while I was pregnant and I was going through that alone, it was me and him. So me and Bentley with him in my belly. But this I just want to touch like a quick base on. I have started going to the gym. Like, I gained a lot of weight over the past 6 months that I've been stressing about what's been going on with him. Even since I had him, I've been gaining weight, but specifically I feel like I've gained a lot more weight where I'm not even comfortable. Like, sitting here, I'm just not very comfortable, or taking a picture, I don't take very many anymore. I'm not very comfortable. I'm just not. So I've started going to the gym again, and maybe I'll do some times where you come with me. I go in the morning with a friend of mine who we really are trying to just, build each other up, have a person there to help you stay accountable and build you up. And so I've been working on that. Like, I'm just a few days in. There's no like results or anything yet, but I just want to mentally be better and physically, so that with what's going on, being bigger set, I'm a lot more tired than I even was 6 months ago, and that's how I know it's due to my weight gain that I'm more tired. So I really want to work on that and not be so tired. So if I can get up in the morning, because I don't work anymore, you guys know I stay home with them, so if I can get up in the morning while they're still sleeping and go to the gym with my friend and then come home, I can go to bed at a decent time at night. I can get up at a decent time in the morning, and I don't feel so sluggish sleeping all the time. So that's kind of where I'm at with me and how I am. I mean, I'm doing better. I'm doing better than I was even a month ago when we found out. And I know that, like I said this in this other video, I know it's not a death sentence or anything like that. But I mean, it's still hard. It's hard when autism isn't something that's very much talked about. I feel like it's just kind of brushed under the rug with everything else, and I feel like it should be something that's more brought out to there. I mean, heck, we found out with the diagnosis of autism, they give us a pamphlet to be a part of a research group to help figure out where it's coming from, and to me, it's like crazy that we still have not figured out kind of a cause for autism. The psychologist who diagnosed him told me, like, out of 1,000 cases, there could be 4 with similarities, and the other 996, yeah, did you see I had to do that real quick, I had to think in my head, out of 996, there's no other similarities. So how is this happening to so many people nowadays? And I know, like, you can go into the whole vaccines, diet, GMOs. Trust me, I've been through all of it, but if it was, I'm not even going to get into all the vaccines. I'm just saying, if it was something that we were all commonly doing, we were all commonly exposed to, with the way they're researching autism, you would think that they would find out it was from vaccines, or if it was from GMOs, and maybe it is, I'm not sure. Maybe everybody has a different reaction to every little thing, but you'd think if it was one thing causing it to everybody, that there'd be a lot more similarities in cases. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll never get into a debate about it, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not 100% informed on non-vaccinators versus vaccinators. I mean, I had my child at 22. For him to go to school, he has to be vaccinated. We don't have the income for me to homeschool him, and obviously with him being autistic, I cannot take on that role of teaching him, because I don't have that type of degree understanding on how he needs to learn, and I'm doing everything I can to learn what I need to learn, and I feel like I'm very much taking an initiative, but it takes somebody who understands this and understands how to teach somebody with autism or just any like mental delay for him to kind of succeed. So for that, he needs his vaccinations to go to a school, as we don't have like a religious reason for him not vaccinating. So that's kind of where my stance is. That I know I kind of segued into how my life was going into that. I don't know why, but like it kind of all ties in together. I'm really trying to work on myself so that as he gets older, like I'm there for him, and I'm not cranky and tired because of my weight, and sluggish because of my weight, and I could do things with him, and I want to have other kids, and I don't want to be I mean, I'm even unhealthier than when I got pregnant with him. So I at least would love to get back to where I was with him, because I had a wonderful pregnancy. As you guys know, if you go back and watch my pregnancy videos, I never had anything wrong. Knock on wood here. I never had stuff wrong with me. I had pretty good levels. I maintained my weight very well, and I would just like to do that again with whenever we decide to have a next child, which we would really love to have one here pretty soon, so that he has a sibling at a younger age. I don't want him to be 6 or 7 and then I have a newborn. I think it'll be a lot harder for me and even for him. So that's kind of our update on life here. So that's kind of our update on life here. I hope I was informative and I didn't jump around too much. I had like a little list of what I want to talk about, but I'm a rambler, so I knew this was kind of going to get all over the place. If you want, just let me know. I really kind of want to do a video breaking down where we're at, like our goals with him in therapy, and really break down his stuff. And maybe I can do that in the middle of like a vlog, talk about it. I don't know how long it would be. But it's a lot. It's a lot going on in our lives right now, and that's another reason why I would love to start vlogging Monday through Friday, because I want to look back on this stuff, and I want to look back on his achievements with his social skills, his understanding speech and or his language and his speech. I would really love to see the progress and kind of where we're at with that, and I think documenting our life and our journey is something also that maybe it may benefit others who are maybe going through a similar situation. Or if you are, I mean, feel free to reach out to me if you're more experienced so you can help me along the way. Or if you're just finding that out as well, feel free to send me a message on YouTube, and I would more than happy to love to like discuss this, because we're clearly in the same kind of zone right now that you would be in if you just found out. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Starting Wednesday, we will now upload Monday through Friday, and then we'll kind of do like the weekend for Monday's vlog. Or if we choose, we can do just like a challenge or just a one take type of video for Mondays if we don't get a lot for the weekend. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for anybody and everybody who has subscribed to our channel. We really definitely do appreciate it, and we love sharing this journey, and it's something that I feel like needs to be out there more. So I am going to go for the night. It's almost his bedtime. He's getting cranky because I shut myself in the bedroom, hence his crib. We will see you later, alligator.